Good morning, friends. I'm so excited for our theme this week. We are going to be learning all about worms. And one reason I'm really excited is because worms are perfect for April, because in April we start seeing more spring weather, we celebrate Earth Day, we talk about the wonderful things that are going on in the environment, and worms are so good for the environment. They might seem kind of slimy and gross, but if you ever see a worm in a garden, you should leave it there because it's really, really good for the soil. They help make the soil more nutrient. That means they help make the soil healthier so that the plants can get more food and more nutrients from the soil and grow even bigger and even stronger. So we love worms. We want them around for sure. Now, today we're going to use worms to help us learn how to count to 100 by fives. How many of you know how to count to 100 by fives? It's pretty tricky. But today we're going to practice. So I need you to go to the day one mathematics activity, and on that activity there are two printouts. The first one is a hundreds chart, and a hundreds chart looks just like this. So it starts with the number 1 up here and it goes all the way to 100. Now the reason we use this as a tool is because it helps us know what numbers are correct when we're counting by fives and tens. So make sure you print off the hundreds chart. If you have any trouble with it, you can also look one up online. And the second printout is this one. Now this one's important because we are learning about worms, and this one is going to help us count by fives also. So this one we'll save for later. Now, let's go back to our hundreds chart. Let's practice counting by fives with our hundreds chart. Just to help us out a little bit, I've highlighted the numbers that we will be counting. So if you want to count to 100 by ones, you can do that by just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 100. But counting to 100 by ones can take a really long time, and it's not always that important or necessary. So one way we can kind of take a shortcut is by counting by fives. Now the way we count by fives is we start with the number 5 right here, and we count every fifth number on the hundreds chart. Does that make sense? So we'll start with 5 and then we'll count. So we'll count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So if you practice practice counting by fives enough, you'll get it so good that you won't even need a numbers chart. You can start doing it like this: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. See, it's that easy. All right, so now that we've practiced counting by fives with our number chart, let's move on to this worksheet right here. Now, fun fact. Worms can have up to 5 hearts. We only have 1 heart in our body, but worms can have up to 5. That's crazy. All right, so let's start by, first, you see how some of these boxes or segments are numbered. Now our job is to draw 5 hearts on every worm, 1 in each box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So make sure you draw 5 hearts on every worm. If you don't know how to draw a heart, I think we should practice really quick. So I'm going to do that by turning our camera around just like this. All right, now the way you draw a heart is by making a hook just like that. And then on the other side, making another hook and connecting it at the bottom. Let's draw it one more time. So go ahead and make a hook like that. And then go ahead and draw another hook and connect it at the bottom. Let's do it one more time and then we'll move on to our worksheet. So go ahead and draw a hook. Whoops. A hook. And then draw it on the other side and connect it at the bottom. And that is how you draw a heart. All right, now let's go ahead and get started. So while I draw my hearts, you take some time and draw yours, and when we're done, we'll wait for the next step. So go ahead and take a moment to draw your hearts inside your worms. Remember, 5 on each worm. You can use a crayon or a pencil. You can make them pink, purple, red, whatever color you think hearts should be. Now, just in case you are not finished yet, just to make sure we're following the directions, count your hearts on each worm and make sure you have 5 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll give ourselves a few more minutes to finish up, and then we will practice counting by 5s. And once we learn how to count by 5s, we'll know how many hearts we have on all our worms. All right, I think I'm finished. Now, the end should look like this. See how I've drawn 5 hearts on every worm? So now our job is to count them. And remember, when we're counting by 5s, we start with the number 5. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We have 25 hearts on our worksheet. Now let's do it again. 5. Do you know what comes next? I'll give you a hint. What's this number right here? 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 hearts. That is awesome. You guys can practice counting by 5s wherever you go, or even on your fingers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. You can use fingers, you can use toys, you can use whatever you want. You can even use the worksheet we just made. You can also always use your number chart. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you all soon.